Hello, so today's video we have to go over something slightly more, let's just say creepy. You all know the situation that I discussed previously when it came to Neil, but this time it's a bit different. This time we have a polar sex looking idiot known as Lily Tina, and in case nobody understands why I'm making this video, it's just to point out the fact that I have come across multiple of his videos over my Twitter in the last week. And I don't know why, Lily Tino, he originally was a man, transitioned to a woman, typical mentally ill person shit. But that's the issue, right? Lily Tino, it seems to be that he only transitioned to be a woman just to get into the girls' toilets. Like the proper young girls' toilets. Because he does a lot of biography. Like, he goes over a lot of biography to do with the human body and change. And now me, since I've been doing biology for a fair amount of time, I would know this. I mean, fucking Christ, I've been doing it for 10 years. But here's the thing. a lot of you may know this as well, but Lily Tino has been getting a fuck ton of controversy. And in case nobody gets what the controversy is about, Lily Tino has basically been going into Disney World, going on about this fucking sex shit. Don't ask me why, I have no idea either. I'm straighter than a damn doornail, I'll say that. But Jesus Christ. He was recently after, and I'm still referring to him by his legal law name. And yes, by any law, exactly. You would have to still go under your original legal name, even if you don't like it. If you were a he that then later turned into a fucking they them, you still have that damn he him surname beneath your damn tag. Just because you changed your damn sex does not mean the fact that you are acquired the special treatment. And you know, a lot of this stuff I am gonna say will hurt a few people, but it's not really my fault, and I have to be realistic with this. And I don't blame the other pride groups for fucking basically seeing Lily and then going, nah, he's not one of us. Because he was recently caught in Disneyland yet again. He does a lot of his videos in Disneyland. Why? To do video vlogs. Now, vlogging would be regular if you were a streamer, but Lily Tino is not that. And he was also caught on multiple occasions saying inappropriate shit to minors while making these videos, which is just fucking disgusting in my eyes. Now, I'm 18. This is not new to me. I deal with this shit in my own country on the daily basis. I mean, fucking Christ, man. Half the people in my own country think that it's okay for us to have no choice but to refer to them by what they are, even though the law does not say that. And the shit with Lily Tino in particular, I don't know, it's just disgusting. Because he was recently caught taking photos of himself too and uploading it onto his Instagram, where there were very clearly kids and parents around, dressed like a glorified gimp. And overall, he's being disgusting about it. In case nobody does, like, in case nobody ends up agreeing with a lot of the stuff I'm saying, there are more videos that cover this. It's not just me. But here's the thing about that, right? Sorry, just... That's the thing when it comes to a lot of this shit, right? When it comes down to Lily Tino, a lot of us, and I mean like literally a lot of us, are beginning to think Lily did not do this or anything else. Lily Tino, who was originally a man, it looks like he's just been going into these toilets just for the sake of trying to get the kids. And I say that in a disgusting way possible, because in real life logic here, it is fucking disgusting. It's immature as hell, too. And he keeps on making these videos about how they get, like, how when you are being transitioned, that they get your balls and flip them inside out. Like, yeah, man, we understand that shit. Like, I've been doing biology for how many years straight? You're practically telling me shit I already know. Like, Captain Common Sense. And he says a lot of this shit in front of kids. Literal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds. In Disneyland, and in case nobody understands which country he lives in California, and he does these video vlogs and those photos in toilets. A lot of the time. And then making inappropriate gestures with fucking food. It's just, ugh. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It actually makes you feel dirty. Now, I'm gonna take this from a psychological standpoint that a lot of you do see this as weird, and I also see it as weird, but here's the thing. My guess is that, and now I'm not defending Lily, fuck no. My guess is that either one, he's only doing this shit for the sake of it, just so then he can get past a lot of this shit he wasn't allowed to previously when he was a man. Or two, he's only after going into a female standpoint, just so then he never ended up having any other issues just to get the kids. And that pedophile accusation, it really does begin to settle in when you do realize that in California, you are not allowed video children. Lily Tino's been doing exactly that. He's been doing it since the start of 2022, when he first started. And I've gone in depth with this a lot when I was actually going to make this video. Now, as I am saying this while making it, I'm just getting constant fucking spam reports on Lily Tino. I am not even joking. Like, currently, as I speak, there's already like 60 fucking labels to do with him. With him. I ain't referring to him as her because he ain't no woman. But that's the thing. And would it technically be considered sexist if I don't refer to Lily Tino as him, as her? Yeah, but here's the thing. This man is not mentally right in the head. What makes you think I will remotely call him fucking her? Jesus Christ, not even an actual woman would do this unless, you know, you were Illuminati. We all remember the controversy with her. Or fucking Yandere Dev. Yeah, I make a lot of jokes about him, but that's the main controversial point. Lily Tino, it feels less like he made a transition just to make a transition, and mainly just did it just to get to kids. Because in every video you see, it's just kids in the back, and he's just there constantly smiling and then making up shit about Abraham Lincoln and all that other garbage. And I have been doing history for a long fucking time. Abraham Lincoln was not gay. He was never fucking gay. Lily Tino, get your information right. Abraham Lincoln was a straight man. He was shot in the head during a play with his wife. His wife was a famous singer. That doesn't make him gay, it just shows you he's straight. Lily Tino is basically fucking with people's heads, trying to make sure these kids fall in his line. Like, literally in his line of sight. It's rotten. Like, it's like the fucking green eggs and ham moment. It's disgusting. And as I said before with analogies, this is another analogy I am making, and it isn't just an opinion from anybody else, it's just the genuine facts at this point. The analogies really begin to settle in when you realize a lot of the facts are true. I have done a significant amount of research on this bastard, and dear God, Lily Tino is how old? By that logic, he is basically trying to groom kids. Kids that are barely even fucking teenagers or even remotely his age. Now, when they hit 18, it's no longer considered grooming, but if they are minors, like literal kids, yeah, something isn't right here. It's like the situation with Diddy that I mentioned yesterday. But the thing is, if Lily Tino continues this absolute bullshit, like this actual horse shit, he's being observant in how he refers to himself and how he wants other people to refer to him. Like, there are other transgender people out there, or really should I say transsexual, because half of them haven't made a full transition yet. Still thinking about it, half of them don't even want to make a transition. But that's the main focus. He just seems to have made this transition for the sake of just wanting to get to those kids. It's not exactly fucking mature if you're gonna be doing that. Like, he's what age? He's like, he was said to be 35. We are in 2025 now. He's probably fucking 37 at this stage. Because, like, he did originally start in 2022, so. But that's. Sorry. Just itchy nose. But that's where the biggest issue a lot of people seem to have with him. Lily Tino, he doesn't act like how he does. He acts very immaturely, and I've seen a lot of the videos he's done where he deliberately says it's she, her, not him. And doing that deliberately, making sure to go so far as to turn a simple dinner or just any meal there into a fucking all-out war. A lot of the videos that Lily Tino makes, holy shit, how do I explain this without having the urge to not start laughing? Because this is honestly a joke. Lily Tino causes arguments when he gets referred to as he, him. You know, by law, that's what you should still be referred to, because it's still your legal fucking biology here. It's still on your legal name. It doesn't matter if it's changed, the original one stays. And I've been investigating the law a lot. Hold on a minute. Shit. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to make sure that there wasn't any disruptions. But that's the thing, Lily Tino. Oh, it's just nothing is adding up. See, here's how gender identification works. Like, if you change your gender, right, it doesn't matter. Your legal fucking forefront of a name still stays. It's still a household name. It doesn't matter if you changed your fucking name, birth date, whatever it is, it's still counted as still to be your legal original name. Just because you changed your name to fucking Patricia when you were originally known as Sean does not exactly say much about that, other than the fact that even if you do make a change, it makes no fucking difference. You're still the same person. But when it comes to Lily, on the other hand, that is not how it is. In case the situation won't settle in, there is one massive thing that does actually drive this situation further on with the information. A lot of the videos you guys see with, this fucking idiot we call a woman, who is very clearly a man, known as Lily, he straight up and went so far as to revealing minors that called him by his legal identity, which is he, him. It doesn't matter if it's what. I mean, the shit he's done is sexually inappropriate to fucking minors. And then he goes so far as to revealing said minors on fucking video all the time. It's a bit disgusting when you put that into perspective. And it just seems to be that Lily Tino's a fucking hypocrite altogether. And how so is because when he gets referred to wrongly by his original name, as I've said many, many times before, and I'm getting tired of repeating myself, he just, he basically starts an argument with the damn staff. And then after that, he just gets free fucking food after it soon after. Like, I'm noticing a trend with this absolute twat we call a human being known as Lily. Because it's not exactly sane to keep pulling that same stunt either. Like, he's under the influence that, oh, maybe if I cause an argument, I'll get free stuff. As fucking, compensation. But here's the thing. That isn't how life works. You got to earn that shit, or if you have the money, you gotta pay for that shit yourself by earning it. It's a bit redundant that he only seems to continue the same fucking stunt whenever he gets ever so slightly ego hurt about his fucking gender. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm friends with a lesbian, and they are still okay with being called she, her. They don't care. That's the point I'm making. Like, most other fucking people wouldn't be so stupid, but then there's just him. It's just a load of bullshit. That's also an issue with half of the Pride community as well. And I'm just saying this to be fucking literal. I'm not meant to be saying it to hurt people. I'm being fucking honest. If it doesn't matter if you identify as a fucking vegetable. Other people are allowed to have their opinions, and as I've said in my previous video yesterday about Neil, An opinion is an opinion. It's not a fucking argument. Like, you'd think half of them would be mature, but no. Then we have fucking Lily. Lily Tino. And he is just... how in the name of God do I even say this without... Just you can sense my disapproval as I'm making this video. Basically, it has gotten so bad to the point where not just has he been keeping the videos of him filming these minors in his videos, sorry, he's gotten so fucking far as to keeping all the photos on his phone and in... Sorry, hold on a minute. Here's the thing about this. In California, illegally filming minors and then trying to get away with it, that is almost 50 fucking years in prison to almost a life sentence. Because in California, it's illegal to film anyone underage. And a lot of the parents in most of the videos, when they do see him put those fucking photos up, you can see that they're just as fucking disappointed as the damn child is. Like, you can even tell the fucking kid is concerned. Like, how bad does it have to be before eventually the kid themselves realizes that they might end up being a fucking victim of him? That's the main forefront that leads Lily. He just seems to think that he can get free leverage by getting slightly misgendered like a clown. Like, yeah, tough shit, it's life. You eventually learn to deal with it. And as I said before, it doesn't matter if you change your legal identity, you're still the same fucking person you were previously. It still goes under the law, and the law keeps that. Which means even if you did make a change, it's not like the fucking police won't be able to find you so easy. They will. It actually makes you even easier to be found. Because if you're gonna be changing your fucking identity, don't be a dumbass and then think you can get away with half of it. It's just beyond redundant how most people like Lily just think that everything to them is free fucking leverage, while also being weirdos at the same time. And the topics he goes over, and it isn't just the fucking testicles bit either, trust me, it's not. You wanna know what else it is over to? Another question that a lot of people have been wondering. That question in particular being not just the sex, but the damn legal outcome. Like, man, I'm not a lawyer, but fucking Christ, I've read through the law book at least a few fucking times. Never once has any of that other shit had to do with anything to do with transition. And just Lily and Tino all together is just a straight up fucking weirdo. He was 35, and yet when he made the transition, that was when he expected a lot of people to just be A-okay with it, not a bother. A lot of people were actually congratulating him, which is, if you put that into an autistic person's perspective, you know, my perspective, you already know something feels a bit off, as if there's something that's not meant to be there. I was like that since the moment he ended up fucking popping up on my feed when I didn't want it. It was like having the vegan teacher show up. And yes, I have read those comments too. Whoever said it's the vegan teacher if he was gay, like if she was gay. Man, you deserve a praise. I have read that comment. I've read a lot of the comments. And I have seen the same thing circulate. And Jesus Christ, a lot of the people from the actual Pride community, none of you fuckers even want to have him be part of it. Which, I mean, like, yeah, fair enough. And when you go under full investigation with this, and trust me, I have, you already know something doesn't feel right. And it's not just me saying it. It's half of an entire population of people. That is how fucking disgusting this man is. So it feels less like he made the transition just for the sake of the transition, and mainly did it so that the kids he could actually diddle, but end up being victims of him. Fucking P. Diddy 2.0. That's the scenario. And when it comes down to pedophiles, trust me, I know what it's like inside an actual pedophile's head. It is fucking disgusting. Because they will literally try to date minors online. Like, so much so, to the point where I actually managed to catch multiple of them on Roblox. You can thank me for that, by the way. And I have found their mindset to be very off from everybody else's. And I don't mean like usual, oh, it's fine. Once they're slightly older, they'll be okay. I mean, no, they literally think they are still fucking kids. They still think they're in their teenage years and that nothing can hurt them. Like, we all know that Yandere Dev situation, and I have to keep bringing it up because I was the most prominent fucking version of it. That, man, fucking hell. That insanely mentally deranged cunt we call the Yandere Dev, who didn't just threaten to fucking hurt his own family, he threatened to also hurt a fucking 16-year-old girl on Snapchat if she told anybody. But like, here's the thing, he was 56 at the time. 50 is like really 55 going into 56. Chatting up a literal girl, a minor, on Snapchat. Lily Tino just did the exact same thing too, and I shit you not, it is beyond disgusting. It is so fucking disgusting that I actually ended up gagging halfway through. And I am 100% serious when I say that. He chatted up, like, Lily Tino chatted up another boy, fucking 16 years of age, which would still be a minor, and decided, you know what, how about I throw some sexually flirty quotes at this, just barely half-grown sperm we call a child. Like, yeah, very fucking mature and good. I saw the screenshots too. Like, when I did have Snapchat, you don't really think much of it at the time. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I was only 17 at that point. I didn't think much of it, but then I got an alert of it back on my Twitter, because it got reposted there. Because Snapchat eats away at my phone's battery like a fucking parasite. And oh god, it was actually disgusting. That's what a predator's mind is like. They don't care about the law. They think they're above the law. And that's the biggest forefront that drives them all. They still think they're in their teenage years and that the law won't do shit. The law opposes shit like this. And I may not be a therapist, but, like, I'm gonna say this right now, motherfucker, these predators need more than just mental help. I'm talking like proper fucking discipline. I mean, fucking Christ, when I was younger, if you did something wrong, you had a coaster smashed over your hand. Didn't matter to the parents if the skin was peeled off, but at least you learned from it. Like, even when I was 17, I still had the same fucking mindset. Discipline. Even though I can also be a dick sometimes, but that's only when I have barely any coffee in me whatsoever. Now, I currently just went off of 2 coffees this morning, so currently right now we are good. But that's also the driver for a lot of this. These predators don't think about the outcome. They only think about what they want. It's not exactly healthy to be in this stage. And if you do drive, like if you do end up being driven to this point, like to the point where you are at my level, you begin to understand a lot about the human mindset. And in terms of how a psychopath and a predator's mindset works, it's comparable to what it's like being next to Jack the fucking Ripper with a dildo instead of a knife. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. It's a shit post of that. Just a lot of the things Lily Tino has done, it just altogether, it wasn't just immature, it was just straight up groping. And it is rotten when you do end up doing that, especially towards a fucking minor on Snapchat who's 16, who I won't mention the name of because I know he wants none of this. But you'll have to understand that this shit would not be, like, if Lily Tino does end up getting arrested, I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Dear God, there won't even be any balls or a dick by the time you get out of there. I'm being 100% serious, because in California, if you were deemed as a predator, the prisoners straight up remove your dick. Like balls and all while you're still alive. I do a lot of this investigative stuff off of the actual YouTube platform because it gives me a lot more time to formulate this type of content. But that's the biggest drive out of all of this. These fuckers just don't think. They focus on a desire. If you watch K-pop Demon Hunters, the line, be your idol, give you your desires, that is the type of shit they are basically trying to be. And it's unsettling because who knows what could possibly end up happening if they end up meeting. And even if that does end up happening, not like it can matter anymore because Lily Tino would probably end up being sent to prison for a lifetime. I'm just gonna say this right now, thank be to God, California's laws are on my side for this. Because it is just fucking deranged a lot of the time. It's so deranged to the point where you genuinely begin to question why the fuck these people went this far at all. It's like trying to find a purpose when there is no purpose to serve. That is probably the worst set of it all. And I've said that way too many times, mainly because I'm beginning to slowly wear out on coffee. Fuck it. It's just a driver for those types of people. That's the main set. That's what it is led to. Like, if you are gonna at least deal with these people, just fucking remove them first. And Lily Tino, it's not like he hasn't done this shit before. Lily Tino has become notorious, and I mean very fucking notorious, for going into those girls' toilets when he's very clearly a man, and that is also rotten. I mean, like, half these transgender morons, and I say half because it's not all of them. I'm being a prerogative when it comes down to my own speech here. I have to. I say some because a lot of the time it is some. It's not all, but it is definitely there. They go into the girls' toilets, and yet, without thinking twice, already have their urges to grope someone. It's... oh. It's the equivalent of smoking weed while you're still only halfway through the process of doing those drugs. Like... only a person who is higher than a fucking kite would go that far. Now, this video was not made to target, you know, these specific people. It was just made as a psychological standpoint for most of the disgusting shit Lily has done, because it is, in fact, rotten. And the Californian law should not even be letting Lily Tino even go into fucking Disneyland. Like, there's plenty other places to be other than Disneyland, but it just seems to be he ends up there a lot. Like, God, you wanna know how many times, and I've been counting, Lily Tino has been to Disneyland making those vlogs 4,086 times. I have counted each and every individual time. There's hardly been any real amount where he's gone anywhere else different. That's what just proves the predator point. And then he's just here expecting it to be acceptable. It's not acceptable like that. That is just disgusting. Actually, no, it's more than fucking disgusting at this stage. And it's more than just disrespectful too. I don't know, there's so many ways I could formulate this. Yet I can't, because this shit has gone far over even a regular person's head. And when it comes down to me, that can see from a psychological point, it becomes difficult because it feels like there's a fucking barrier there. And I don't mean like a barrier that stops me from investigating further. Fuck no. I'm on about a barrier where, like, you're trying to understand these people, yet you just can't. You literally can't. It's like trying to feed information into a CPS hard drive that only has 2 gigabytes of RAM, when the computer has 75 gigs of it already on. How are you gonna fit 78 gigs into 25 gigs of RAM? That's what it's like. And now this is just a derogative video. It's based off of the genealogy, as I mentioned previously. It's not made to target people, I mean, other than Lily Tino, that is it. But it is an example I am setting. It is not made to target people. But I am just being straight and realistic here. No fucking person in their right mind should even be remotely following a minor into the damn toilets, even if they identify as a fucking watermelon. And yes, why... I know a lot of you are asking why I keep throwing out those object identification jokes. It's because, honestly, I find it fucking stupid. Like, if you're gonna say you're this and that, for the love of fucking Christ, do not say you identify as, because then you go from sounding mature to sounding like a baby that just lost their bottle of milk. They sound like they lost their baby bottle. It's stupid. Now, I'm completely against Pride Month. Don't get me wrong. I find it stupid. I find a lot of the month stupid. Including my own fucking birthday, Easter. I find a lot of it stupid. Because why do we have specific months for this shit? Like, it's not like this is new. Like, how far have we fallen in humanity for random months to just appear to then turn into how many days? Like, fucking National Burger Day, that type of shit. Where did a lot of that come from? Seriously, like, we're just making up random months now. Like, it's a fucking joke that a lot of this does end up going on, and yet we're just here expecting it to be all fine and dandy, yeah. But the metaphorical points still stand. Like, you don't need this shit. Like, it was fine just being months. We do not need specific days to have specific things. Like, Jesus Christ, you don't see me having 2 mashed potatoes on my plate in the shape of the Twin Towers with a fucking pile of gravy recreating 9/11, do I? No. Now, while the UK and the US are here fighting over Queens and Towers, I'm here still trying to explain that not everything is just as it seems with Lily, and it's not just me. The beneficial factor here that seems to be the mainline problem with Lily is the fact that they never seem to cop on with themselves. It sounds like I'm being an asshole, but I'm not. You cannot go around... you were originally 35, Tino, and then what? Out of nowhere, the moment you identify as a woman, you think you're obligated, you think you're obliged to shit like it's some sort of freebie. Like, overall, it's dirty work Lily Tino is doing. And in a bad fucking way. It's in such a bad way you actually begin to ponder what is going on in his head. Now, while Lily Tino is still under controversy, I'm still here going under the investigation. Jesus Christ, I should have become an officer. Or a damn lawyer. Yeah, but that's what these videos are like. I nearly tripped up on my words there. That's what these videos are like. That's what they are based off of. It's less to do with fucking Republic bullshit and mainly to do with the fact that no matter what you do, Especially if you're someone like Lily Tino, you aren't obligated for shit. You aren't obliged for fucking anything. You are not treated like you're special. You are not a fucking pretty princess. You're not a royal knight. You are literally a person who has about as much fucking debt to pay as much as I have about as much money as a fucking lunch vendor. I have barely shit on me. Lily Tino just... They seem to pull the same stunt. They just don't seem to stop. It's a theme. That's what I mentioned at the start of the video. It's just a theme. Oh, you misgendered me. Now I want free food. That's what leaves the strongest sour taste in my mouth. You actually feel dirty when you fucking cop on with that. And in case nobody does get the points, it's just the fact that even if you do change, nothing else changes. You are still you. There isn't anything else there that poses any fucking viability for you. That's the main problem Lily is still going under after a bunch of people told him to cop on with himself. And it's not exactly considered fair fucking game on other people when you are just, like, imagine you're just a regular worker here, right? You accidentally misgender this dumbass we call Lily. Lily Tino. What would you do in that situation? Would you A, give them free samples, or 2, tell them to get the fuck out because they aren't allowed free leverage? The best bet would be the second option because honestly, Lily Tino is like talking to a brick fucking wall. There ain't no information getting in there because they think that they do not obey the law. They think they are the fucking law. Even if most of the shit they do is creepy. And nobody seems to actually cover that topic further in their videos too, I've noticed. But that's the thing I'm on about. And that's also another thing I'll mention. And I will have to add this in at the end of the video. But look. If anybody does see Lily Tino, call whoever is their fucking officers and tell them to investigate Lily Tino's phone. Because that phone is currently a conduit for shit that should not be on that phone at all, or even anywhere else. There is probably 10.5 million photos where there are minors in the fucking phone. And these videos aren't like your usual videos. Like, he's going out of his way, and I'm being 100% serious here. Now, if you have a kid born in 2025, and they are fucking like the rest of us, and technically, yeah, even if you are gay, you are still considered straight, just one of the genders hasn't changed into what they legally would be. But by law, it is still technically considered straight. But here's the thing. If you see Lily Tino get whoever is there, fucking staff, anybody, and have him under investigation, and this is not a threat to anybody, it is genuinely for fucking safety of every other child out there that he's trying to manipulate. And kids are easy to manipulate. Kids don't understand the core mechanics that they do until they are at least in their older age group, like my age here in particular. When you're 18, you do begin to get a much stronger grasp on life. But when you're autistic, that is a completely different situation altogether. I mean, holy God, I was cooking myself dinner at the age of 10. And I'm being honest with that. But make sure that Lily goes under investigation. And make sure that the investigation is bulletproof from whatever accusations that delusional fuck Lily Tino is gonna throw out. Because a lot of the people that have transitioned, I know that you guys don't accept them. And I don't blame you either for it, because nobody's gonna exactly accept a pedophile into their group. But the pedophile accusations do stain. And another issue I actually forgot to bring up, because I was explaining what the fucking mindset of a predator is like. Lily Tino also tried to force a video collaboration on another fucking YouTuber, a YouTuber who wanted none of this, and then starts making sexual fucking, like, Lily Tino straight up mentioned on the fucking Discord chat at that time that he wanted to collab, and he kept pressuring this other creator into it. And Lily Tino is here thinking that they are now on top of the world, even though the fucking accusations Lily has made, they are not exactly gonna be completely foolproof. But when it comes down to the shit that a lot of people have found out, that's just more fucking fire to add to the wound. I have seen a lot of the Discord messages passed around, and trust me, I only joined that when I did have Discord at the time, just to see what would actually go on. And sure, a lot of people may think that Discord's private chat is good. I'm literally able to bypass that. I did see a lot of the messages. Like, I've been, like, fucking God. In my line of sight, right, when I did have Discord, I managed to rebind my account to be as a senator operative. And in case nobody understands what that is, it's similar to a video client, but the person that is able to get access, they can get access without actually being seen. I only hopped in to see what the response would be, because by that stage, Lily Tino had just flooded my phone and I was getting tired of it. This was when I was 17, by the way. All I did was rewire my phone to my computer. And by computer, I mean my dad's computer. Phones are easy to decrypt. That's how I got access to that operative. It's not mental science. It's not a circus. But when you do see a lot of these emails that Lily Tino is sending, you do begin to wonder exactly what the fuck is going on with Lily. Like, this content creator is, like, the content creator Lily Tino is harassing in particular was not like your usual. No, they were really popular on TikTok especially, and I'm not repeating that because I'm getting fed up with that app. Like, what the fuck ever happened to using Vine? That was practically TikTok before TikTok, for fuck's sake. But now, after going slightly off topic there, when you see a lot of these core mechanics that goes on in Lily Tino's head, you begin to formulate exactly what the person is like. But if it's in a predator's mind, you also understand that Lily Tino's mindset is just as simple as trying to cook Uncle Bryn's fried rice in a pot. Shit's so fucking moist and wet to the point where it just feels like it's slightly underdone. That's what Lily Tino has been doing. And because of a lot of this, Lily Tino will be under more further investigation, just like how P. Diddy was yesterday. Now, I'm gonna end the video off here. But I'll remind people again, if you see Lily Tino, get staff or the officers, get Lily Tino under criminal investigation, get Lily Tino's phone checked. Until then, I'll be keeping further watch on Lily. Now, with all that said, if y'all liked the video, you can subscribe to the channel too, and I was gonna release the music today, but my fucking brother deleted it, so now I have to completely remake it from scratch. Now I'm gonna end the video off here. If you liked the video, go into the comments and give me some video suggestions if you like as well. I'm perfectly okay with video suggestions. But until further notice, I will have to be under the investigation of you-know-who, Lily Tino. Now with that said, peace.